Happy Thursday. Hope you are doing well. Sheltering at home, being safe, protecting others. And yeah, hope you're doing well. I am Adam Ruff, like the website says. Yay! I'm a product designer at AngelList, and I stream weekly. If this is your first time joining us, welcome, welcome. I'm here to answer questions, to share cool stuff that I found that I think might be valuable or helpful for you, and also just to like work on some stuff that I don't do unless I carve out some time to work on it. So happy to offer tips, advice, or just chat about stuff as well. Today I'm like, I've got a few things to share that I've discovered recently that I think are pretty cool. And then I don't know how I'm gonna find it, but the other day I saw that Adalo, I don't know how you pronounce these ambiguously named companies, ADALO. It's a kind of a build your own simple app platform. I saw they were running a contest and not many people had entered, so I thought, okay, like let's explore some of these no-code tools, because I think a lot of the future in product design is really going to be about understanding a lot of these no-code tools and building things that you can use for testing, for learning, before deciding to invest in something more significant or really putting a lot of resources behind it. So let's get started with my quick pitch. I know a lot of people are thinking about jobs, right? A lot of people have lost their jobs, been laid off as a result of COVID impacts. My heart goes out to everyone who's in that position. And I'll just offer, I'm not going to push this too hard, but I'll just offer, as you're looking for places, AngelList is a place where you can go to find out about startups and companies that are hiring. So there's that. Moving into interesting things that I've found. I'm actually going to move this one. I'm going to move the order a little bit. I think some of these we can test. So on Product Hunt the other day, I saw this auto, which basically pitched itself as like the Gmail autocomplete. As you're starting to type something in Gmail and it comes up with, 3 or 4, maybe even more words, which is exactly what you want to say, and it saves you time. The idea is that Auto is a program for Mac only. Sorry, Windows or Linux users. It's not available, although there may be alternatives. So this might be, a great thing to look for. Is there an alternative to this Automate? It's completely local. It's basically going to be learning from the things that I type and then suggesting things to me. So when I'm using similar phrases, it can fill in some of those gaps. So we'll see. I've downloaded it. I'd say it's probably going to be in a learning phase for a while, but if you see things popping up on my screen, you'll know why. It's because I've got this Automate running. I'll put the link in chat. Oh, and I've totally covered up and ignored chat. Hey everyone, Ralph, how are you doing? Hey Christy, nice to see you. Peleg, greetings, happy Thursday. Christy says she found 2 freelance design projects through AngelList. That's fantastic. Awesome, thanks for the shouting out. Now we know freelance projects as well. That's great. Does everyone have enough supplies? I feel like things have changed quite a bit since all of the online delivery places like Instacart and Amazon have slowed down in deliveries. And I've been trying to avoid going to the supermarket only when I absolutely need to, and kind of get the stuff I need and get out. Okie doke. The next thing that I will share, did I post the link? No, let's follow through and actually post the link. There's the link to this automate. The next thing I wanted to call out that I found was this cool launch kit for app presentations. So as we are thinking about designing and building things, marketing is a huge point of it, right? I'm still got on my to-do list like launch UX design contest on Product Hunt, and it still hasn't happened. I'm not a marketer by any means. I'd much rather be like designing and building than like talking about stuff or sharing stuff. But that's a key point to like having what you're building deliver value, right? The more people you can reach and help, the more value and impact you're having. So I thought this was a pretty cool little site. I forget how much they're charging. What are they charging? $28. Honestly, I'm not that wowed. I was looking at the Product Hunt versions, and I like it for inspiration, but I don't think I would pay money for this. Personally, I'm I'm glad they showed what you get, because this gives me some inspiration and some ideas about how I can just set up my own stuff. Like the stuff looks reasonably simple that I could create on my own. But they have things for like App Store as well. I think some of these like clever patterns, right, where you kind of see the phone cut off, and then you swipe over and you still get a piece of that. There's some like continuity, although it's not consistent, right? It's like you see it here, but you don't see it here. Yeah, some of these things that I really don't think about this tough stuff too much. So having inspiration or guides or things to follow or copy are super helpful. So I thought this was a great idea. And I also think this is something, if you're thinking about kind of paying it forward or contributing to the design community, like, have you created some of these things? You know, maybe set a calendar reminder in a month or two, like take some time, blow some dust off of your previous work. Like, is there anything out there that's not immediately adding value that you might be able to share and that would help someone else? I think this kind of stuff is fantastic. So I'll share this as well in case you are going to be doing any marketing, or maybe you share this with a friend or someone you know who's doing this kind of work, to get some fresh inspiration. And right, if you really want to save time, it's a no-brainer. If you're doing this for work, right, just like get this, expense it, boom. Looks like you save quite a bit by getting the whole pack, right? Individually 28, all of them for 48. So I think it's a good value if you're going to be using this kind of stuff. It's going to help you save time. That's that. Layouts today. I wonder if they have a pitch for, like, do they invite people to contribute their own UX UI tools? What is this? Craft work. Oh, these are the people behind all these other things. I got it. Okay. No, it doesn't look like they don't have any specific kind of call to action. They do a lot of save you time, give you some templates, give you some illustration kits, things like that. This craft work team. Screen jar. So this is something that I discovered. It's super like simple and plain website, but the idea is that you can request a video. Look at this. You can request. For some reason, my external monitor like behaves really weird, and I have to like double click everything. But you can request a video from anyone with a link. No extensions or apps required, assuming that the person is using, I believe, Firefox or Chrome browser. So I thought we could try this. And maybe, let's see, what's a fun thing we can do here? Okay, try for free. Let's just see how this works. Adam. Can I get one generated for me? Although that's going to show up on my monitor. So I'll just create something simple and go back and do it. That would be a great extension. I feel like for people who are streaming, like doing website stuff and work where sensitive information could be displayed, there's got to be some easy way to deal with that. Oops, look at that. So here's a great, I'll just take this opportunity. I'm gonna make a screenshot of this, I think. Yep. Full screen, yes. Oh, this is weird. It's like coming down to my, hold on. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. So it says enter a valid email address. Yeah, that's technically correct. This is not a valid email address, but given the string, right, has COM. Could you do something like this? I mean, the best thing would just be like add the period, right? So let's do the best. The best would be this. It adds this, and then shoot, I lost my text. I'm editing in the dev tools here, so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, come on. There's something weird going on with my monitor. I think I might need to switch monitors. Just been having more and more problems with this external monitor with Mac. So it could be something like this. I suppose in this case, it's confusing though. It would be confusing if I had the period. Maybe the period could be highlighted. Yeah, maybe like this. I'll just take a screenshot of this. Is it more work than just saying enter a valid email address? Sure, it's more work. Like, we can appreciate why someone might not have gone through and coded it that way. Trying to think of something else that's lightweight. We should know the cause of the error, right? It's not valid because there was no period, right? So we could say your email is missing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am typing correctly, just so you know. I just have to like do things twice. It's getting really annoying. Your email is missing a period. And then I'll just show other things to clean up. Whenever you do a form field and you have a label, you don't need to have a colon, right? The colon doesn't add anything. So if something's not adding anything or doing any work, the best thing to do in that scenario is just remove it. So name and password. So I'm going to go through and remove all of the colons from the labels. Maybe I'll say something, maybe I'll make it a little lighthearted. Oops. Your email is, oh, it didn't say oops because the P didn't show up. Oh my goodness. All right. Fun times, fun times. What I really want is I want an external monitor that works exactly the same as my MacBook's monitor. And right now, what am I using? I'm using some Dell monitor that I bought 6 or 7 years ago. Maybe I just need a monitor upgrade. Donate this one, get a new one. This is a good opportunity to ask people in chat. Do you use an external monitor? Do you have one that you recommend that plays really nicely with a Mac computer? Would be especially helpful. So open to referrals and recommendations. Okay, cool. Let's take a photo of this. Oh, let's also do, actually, let's take this a little bit further. Let's, okay, that's the input. Yes, good. So I think this is where I should be able to style, border. No, well, okay, fine. Oh, come on. Solid. Ugh. This is almost too difficult to even keep doing. Okay, yeah, we'll do 1 pixel border. Red. Actually, if I just bring this down to my other monitor, you won't be able to see it, but it's going to be way less painful for me, so bear with me. I'm just going to add a box shadow as well. And you'll be able to see that on there. Okay, and then I'm just going to adjust that red color because it doesn't need to be that extreme. There we go. We'll do that. Great. And then we're going to make this text red. Maybe we'll make it orange. Color orange. No, orange can't see very well. Sure. There we go. All right, a little bit more clear error state. Let's take a screenshot of that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Gotcha. All right, cool. Now I should be able to, now I actually got to fix the error. Okay. Oh man, this is tricky because I'm not actually going to know if my password is my password because I think I'm typing something. I'm watching the number of dots very carefully. Peleg's asking, it's a really specific issue. Wonder if there's a smart JS validation library. Yeah. I think that's a great question. Let's add this. Let's get rid of that. Company details. Optionally add your company details. When I'm not gonna do this. Skip this step. Here we go. Adam Ruff is requesting a screen recording from you. Well, of course, who would it be from? That's silly. Click the record button below to start recording your screen and voice. maybe I can say has a screen recording request for you. H-A-S-A, space A, has a R-E-Q-U-E-S-T, has, what was I saying? Has a screen recording request for you. Ride with RJ, the bullet point. Yeah, I saw that too. I didn't address it, Ride with RJ, but I got a +1 that there's no real need for a bullet on an error message. Maybe you're replacing that with an icon or something to help draw attention. I'd say that's like maybe the one minor piece of work the bullet is doing is just like drawing a little bit of attention, but it is awkward, right? Because it's not a list of things. I wonder, maybe that's the thing. Something that we don't know is if could there be multiple messages, and maybe that's why there's a bullet pattern? I don't know, but I totally agree. When there's just one thing, it seems silly to have the bullet there. Has a screen recording request for, oh, come on. It's just ridiculous. Right, we don't need to say start. Click the record button below to capture your screen and voice. Your voice and screen. I think I would put voice first. Or screen and audio. I feel like your voice feels so much more personal. It doesn't really matter that much. I didn't like reduce the number of characters. Click the record button below to capture your voice and screen. Has a says screen recording request, right? Now I'm rethinking it. And all I wanted to do is try testing this thing. Look what I'm doing. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Capture your screen and audio and mic audio. Your screen and voice. Voice is shorter. Alright, tasks. Once someone starts recording their screen, they'll see this message. Add optional instructions here if you want them to do something specific. When you're done, come back here. Come back here. Thank you. Your video has... Another thing, you almost never need to use the word now. Oh, Ride with RJ is Raj. How's it going? I didn't recognize the tiny avatar or the name. I've been curious to know how you've been doing. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. What's new? I'm glad to see you. I know you're alive. Thank you, your video. This part is kind of awkward. Thanks. Let's add emoji because I love emoji. Your screen. Now recording your screen. Recording. Maybe just say recording has started. Recording started. To finish, come back here and submit your video. When you're done, oh, come on, H. So embarrassing. It's like I can't type, but it's this weird monitor issue. when you're done. Come back here to submit your video. All right, that's good enough. Raj is doing well. Yes, the pandemic is hard. I'm well and safe. I'm glad to know that you're well and safe. I think in general, it's tough times for everyone, but you know, the people we really got to be thinking of are the people who are most at risk. Like hundreds of thousands of people are going to die from this. And that's, I mean, it starts to get into such a big number. I can't even imagine I can't imagine what 200,000 people even looks like. Like, it must be like sports stadium full of people, right? So appreciate everyone who's sheltering at home and helping to keep other people safe as well. We got to do it. Raj is on week 2 for work from home. How about the rest of people in chat? How long have you been working / sheltering at home? For me, I believe I want to say this is like week 4. Because at AngelList, we started encouraging people to work from home quite early. And then when it evolved, right, we escalated to mandatory work from home. But I had been voluntarily work from home for a couple weeks before it got mandatory. All right, recording started, blah, blah, blah. Let's generate this video request link. Click. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do. Oh, interesting. So you can have a custom message like, hey, Raj, blah, blah, blah. Has Angels done anything on their platform to share the message for what people should do? I don't know. What if we go to, trying to click the logo and like go back. How do I see the homepage? I feel like I can't see the homepage because I'm logged in. How about a blog? I guess there's a lot of like news and stuff around it. So outside of like curated news, is it just /blog for our blog? It's an interesting question. So here's the blog. It doesn't look like it. It looks like things have kind of died down and just kind of stopped, right? A lot of the blog content was talent side stuff. There's some venture stuff. Like I see this graphic here. Like I recognize this graphic because I was polishing up some of the visuals of the data design, working with Abe. We've got some exciting stuff coming through from data science. I'll be happy to talk about it once it's published. But they're working on some cool stuff that I'm able to support. Ralph, I can't take any credit for what you saw for the new kind of AngelList homepage. That was all teammates. That was a platform team with some involvement from like a brand team. Many people working on that, but I was not one of them. I do like it. I do like it a lot. Okay, where did I leave off? I feel like I'm extra susceptible to distraction these days, right? At least after work. During work is pretty easy because I've got this office. I don't have anything in it except my work computer and my setup and some water. So I'm gonna post this link in chat. If anyone has a minute or two and the interest to help me test this out, maybe try going to my website. I'll post the link there next, and maybe just like spend a minute on the homepage and tell me something tell me something interesting you found, like, oh, Adam, I think this is really interesting because blah blah blah. And then tell me something that you think is missing from my website homepage. Like, wow, I can't believe you haven't talked about this, or I can't believe you don't have this. I think those are two things I would be curious to know about. Ralph's got a show and tell. Okay, let's do that one next. So that screen jar, we'll see when if anyone takes me up on the offer, we'll see that and we can check it out. I do want to switch over to Ralph's show and tell. User onboard. Is it user on board? User onboard. Okay. User onboard. So it is about onboarding. And it opened in another screen. Let's get it up here so we can show people. All right, so user onboarding. Onboarding UX patterns. Okay, so this looks like fairly simple like content. There's some QuickBooks, Bitcoin, Dropbox, teardowns. Learn some lessons for how popular web apps do. Here's the latest. How WordPress onboards new users. Nice, and it literally is... Oh, interesting. So it's literally just showing... It's like screenshots, right? Onboarding screenshots. Huh. This is kind of fun. Huh. Is this... I feel like it's kind of snarky, but also like true. So this is kind of fun. If part of your signup have a Google form kind of vibe, there's a good chance they could benefit from a pinch of marketingness. Just because someone clicked away doesn't mean their mind is made up. Add some like social proof. This is an interesting format. I don't know if the Comic Sans stuff lends a lot of credibility and authority. Like, it almost looks like like my aunt or uncle wrote this thing. But I like this idea of taking screenshots and sticking text and content on them to make a static presentation of a critique. I think the biggest question I'd have is, because these are images, like, number one, it's a bummer because it's not searchable, and number two, accessibility, right? A screen reader presumably can't read any of this. So what's a way to do this in a more accessible way? It's kind of a question I have. But I do like this. I think it's pretty cool. Ralph, what would be fun would be to have a little activity with some designers, and we each bring a presentation, right? It can just be like a Google, what is Google presentation called? Screens? Slides? Google Slides? Presentation where we pick maybe we pick an industry, or we pick a type of flow like onboarding, and then we each like have our slide presentation and we go through and evaluate things. I'll point out too, I think the best kind of thing is where you not only identify an idea, right? Something that's an issue, but you also talk about how to address it, right? As my wife likes to say, if you're gonna bring the poop, be sure to bring a scoop, right? So I think that poop and scoop strategy can be really effective to demonstrate your ability to assess and address issues and communicate solution ideas. Nice. All right, how do I get out of this thing? Okay, I can scroll up, and I guess I can go back to the home page. The font is called Sketch Notes. Ah, all right, yeah. Sketch Notes seems like a pretty fitting name. What are onboarding UX patterns? Blah, blah, blah. Front-loaded user value, permission priming. So I think, like, if I click on this, what happens? I almost want a little summary, like a one-line summary of, like, cut through the jargon. Like, if I have to explain to my mom what front-loaded user value means, like, what should I say? Front-loaded user value. I mean, it's basically saying, like, show people the value up front as early in the process as possible, right? Which makes sense. The faster your product can show users that this is where they can find a path to a better version of themselves. I don't know that everyone is looking for a product to make them a better version of themselves, but they're definitely looking for it to solve something, to do something for them. The faster they integrate your product into their lives. Maybe so. This is why it's worth paying attention to how you order the steps. Front load it with user value, right? Don't talk about like we have, you know, us, like our company has been around for 10 years. Our company was in the Fortune for top companies, you know, fastest growing, you know, llama related product company. Really focus on like what it does for the user. Yep, I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't know why this stuff isn't just displayed here. And also call another thing out. A website like this, I think, is a perfect candidate for being a no-code website. Like this could be a Notion doc, a more user-friendly Notion doc. It's going to miss some things like this, right? I don't know that you can do this kind of thing in Notion. Maybe Coda. All right, I'm gonna bookmark this one. Thank you, Ralph, for sharing. I'm gonna go back, see if I refresh my screen jar. Did anyone submit a video? No worries if you haven't. Doesn't look like it. I may have to go and play around with this a little bit later. And then the last thing that I saw before we dive into this Adalo contest is Testfly. So it sounds like you can get a bunch of people to test your app, right? Let's kind of see what it says. Hire thousands of verified app testers with just a few taps. You write up what feature you want people to test out. So a task. It's basically, it sounds like it's limited to a task, right? Create an account, make a post. Okay. Then they download and try your app, and then they submit the result with detailed feedback. You can do screenshots or you can do video capture. And there's a live demo that you can see. Oh, let me put this. Did I put screen jar in there? Well, you got it from the other link, I suppose. Let me put this link in there. Thanks, Christy. I don't work on it too often. I don't iterate and experiment on it as much as I probably should if I want to have more impact with the site. But I did go back recently and update some of the things I'm working on now. Just fresh it up a little bit. So can I zoom? There we go. At first I was confused about the concept of this app, but naturally I got to love barking. Feels so different than other social apps. So people are writing comments about things. I guess these are, I don't know, I guess this is just a screen of the app. It doesn't say how much it costs, or maybe I haven't scrolled down that far. 66K verified testers. This is where people are from. So it's like Southeast Asia. Is that what this means? What do you, chat, what do you guys think? What does this chart tell you? Is this where tests are happening? Is this, I'm not sure exactly. I mean, sadly, it looks, I mean, I've been seeing like coronavirus stuff so much that these big circles, like that's one of the first things I think of, but clearly that's not the case because Italy would have like a huge circle, and parts of New York would have a huge one, and California would have a huge one. So Peleg says it looks like coronavirus map. Okay. I'm not alone there. Yeah, I guess I get that they're trying to say 100 from 150 countries around the world, but if you're trying to talk about countries, like why would you have little dots? Like all these, like a dot does not represent a country. It seems like there's a disconnect between the messaging. To me, this aligns more with 66,000 verified testers. Although, to me, if you have to say like how many people do these dots represent, I would say like, 600 million, 3 billion. It's interesting. All right, let's move past the confusing visualization. Yeah, and then we've got the red, which often has negative connotations, right? Money back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, ask for a refund, and we give a full guarantee. Yeah, so I thought this was interesting. If you're looking for really quick app feedback, this might be something that you try out. To be clear, like I haven't tried it at all. It looks like it's only for mobile apps, which I do almost nothing on, which I want to start doing more, which is partly why I'm interested in this contest that I'm gonna move on to. Oh, thanks. So Rajan's got the official count, 5,934. Appreciate that. That's always helpful. All right, so the thing is, I heard about this contest. I saw this contest, and now I can't find anything about this contest. So I want to spend 2 minutes looking for this contest. I know they were partnering with someone for this contest. It's like build an app contest. I don't know if they call it contest or challenge. It's so embarrassing. Maybe they tweeted about it. Probably, right? Probably. Let's see. Okay, come on. No, November. Oh, that's pin tweet. Keep going. Here it is. Fantastical. Ah. All right, it wasn't so painful after all. Before I was looking at their website and I couldn't find anything about it on their website. All right, so I'm gonna go over to Adalo and I'll share a couple things. I'll share the contest link. That's the contest. That's not the contest link. I'm sorry. I had something in my clipboard. I'll do extra copies, probably because of this monitor thing. It's still not being copied. What the heck? Copy. Let's try this again. Now I got it. All right, I'm gonna have to use the right click method. So that's the contest. So just to run through this real quickly, Adalo is this no-code app creation, instant push to Apple App Store and Google Play. The No Code Connects Us challenge. Let's just read through this real quickly. So, as the world adapts to the current COVID-19 crisis, social distancing has become the new norm. But with social distancing, new challenges arise. We can lose connections with our coworkers. Period. We can lose connections with our friends. Period. We can lose connections with our favorite small businesses. Period. Why is that 3 sentences? Anywho, this is where the power of no-code has a chance to shine. In the past, creating simple small apps wouldn't make sense, but in today's new no-code world, we have the opportunity to help create connections and combat the separation we're feeling today. Whether it's an app to help your friends coordinate virtual game nights, an app for a community of parents to help teach their kids that are now stuck at home, or an app to help a local small business that's been shut down, ouch. No coders have the chance to bring a little bit of yellow heart into the world. I think it's supposed to be into the world. To encourage these types of apps, we've teamed up with Adalo to run the No Code Connects Us challenge because we're all connected by no code, and no code has the power to connect everyone. Yeah. Create any app that helps combat the anxiety you're feeling from social distancing or any problem that's arisen because of social distancing, blah, 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 and submit it to new code by April 13th. You can be as liberal with this product challenge as you want. So basically, you can do whatever you want. All you got to do is like give it some little frame, some little spin on how it's even remotely connected to social distancing. You could say this is for people. People are social distancing. Boom. That's going to be my strategy. Oh yeah, one final note. The more people that make apps, the larger the prize, with a chance for one lucky winner to win lifetime access to Adalo. Here are some ideas to get us started. Used to get together with friends for dinner parties, create a way to share recipes, build a local community marketplace, your parent, no, find a local business, app to coordinate virtual game nights. This one actually seems doable and fun. Coordinate home workouts, watching movies, or it's just this. And they just say you can submit this to other places. Webflow is free to use? I think so. I think Webflow has a limited free version. Are you building something with Webflow? Okay, so that's that. Here's the website for Adalo. I don't know. Does it tell in our story? Does it tell how to pronounce the name of the company? Nope. But it's brought to us by Jeremy, David, and Ben. Nope. Don't know how. Still don't know how to pronounce it. Anywho, I'll log in. I actually had built this app that I didn't do anything with, but I'd actually played around with it in the past. Ask a UX design mentor. I don't want to just use this app. I'd prefer to do a new one so we can go through the flow of doing something new. So let's do create a new app, and you can make a mobile app. And like I said, I haven't done a lot of stuff on mobile per se, other than like responsive, mobile first web stuff. blank chat, to-do list, coaching, directory, ordering. I guess I'm just going blank. I like the idea of like an app that will support game night. I think that's what I want to do. What's this? Let me think. Social distancing. What about... I've got it. How about inspiration for having nostalgic conversations with people? So why am I saying that? I think I was listening to NPR on the radio, locally KQED. I thought I heard something about nostalgia. Come on. As strategy to fight loneliness and isolation. Ugh, painful. So it's a thing. So as we are self-isolating and socially distancing and keeping ourselves kind of isolated from the folks that we previously spent so much time with, it can definitely be contributing to increased feelings of loneliness and like negative isolation, right? I feel like in some sense, sometimes like isolation is what you want, meaning being isolated from maybe distractions so you can be more focused, and things like that. Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily have to be focused on nostalgia, but I think that will be part of it. The idea that's formulating in my head right now is around a conversation prompt that you can map it to people like connections and people you want to get in touch with, and then these are things that you can text them or you can call them up and ask them. So these are going to be, what am I going to call? So I'm going to call this isolation conversation. This is so sad. I need a new monitor. I literally have to watch my screen very carefully to see if the letters I've typed have shown up. Isolation conversation starters. Maybe I simplify it. I'm doing more work. Convo. Does convo mean conversation? Quick Insta poll in chat. How do you abbreviate conversations in a fun way? Is it convo? Isolation convo starters? I'm pretty sure I can change the name, so I'm going to go ahead. Actually, I'm going to change the colors. Let's pick I want to pick a warm color, right? Why do I want to pick a warm color? I want to pick a warm color because it's going to be friendlier. It's going to look like the sun, right? Which makes us feel good and bright and happy. And it's not going to be a cool, kind of depressing, sad color. So let's take yellow as this primary color. And yeah, maybe we even keep the orange. Actually, I'm going to type in the same thing. E93A. Peleg suggests pick a skin tone color as the primary or secondary color. That's kind of interesting. As like people, I kind of like that. I think that the challenge with that is you have, you know, We start streaming now. Hey, I think I'm back. I just restarted my streaming stuff. Oh, now I've got 2 audio sources. Hang on. All right. How's audio now? Everything good? Whew. Okay. Nice. I didn't actually have to. Oh, I sound louder. Sorry, I was like playing around. I'll try to turn down. Wait, why is this thing going? I'm really confused about what's going on right now. Okay. Hearing double. Is it still double? I'm not hearing myself, but I added another audio source. So I added 2 audio sources, my external microphone and my computer microphone. Ugh. Oh, it looks like that's how you mute it. I don't know how I can hide. Okay, I think Okay, how about now? I think maybe I got it. Yes. Single audio source. Yes. No, maybe so. Ah, great. Okay. This is gonna cause me problems. I'll just have to figure out. I don't know how. I literally removed this audio source and now it just like keeps hanging around. All right. I'm gonna do a restart later after the stream. Hopefully everything is golden after that. All right. So I've got the. Oh, maybe things are things working better now? Nope. I still have the issue with my monitor. But thanks, all. I appreciate you alerting me to the issue right away. I'm glad we could get it fixed fairly quickly. Cool. 2 sunny colors. Boom. Okay. So, oh, that's horrible. Can I submit button? Edit styles. We need some dark text on a light background. Great. Can you apply that to all of them? Remember, styling was a pain. Oh, look at this. This is horrible. It has really bad defaults. Maybe I should just make a really horrible app that highlights all of the problems with the way that it's currently set up. Email, password, full name. Do you need a full name? What's my idea? It's conversation starters. Do you even need a login? I guess only if you want people to add their own. Let's say this is just pure consumption. So let's not have any. Can I delete it? Yeah. So no sign in, no login. It's not. I guess it's not that app-like, is it? It's just it's just a mobile site. Now I'm kind of re-guessing myself. All right, we gotta change the color, unfortunately. Because the default is just so bad. Oh, actually, no, we can put the, wait, why is this, it says default text color, but then it doesn't do it? I know, let's just change the background color to this FFE93A. E933A. There we go. All right, then we make, it's gonna be like a bumblebee. Cool. All right, this works. Now I just gotta go back to this and override my change. Submit button. Edit styles, text. There we go. And sign up. This is a really common mistake that I see all over the place. Sign up is a noun, right? But you want people to sign up. You want them to verb. And when you want to make it a verb, you have to put a space. Like sign up is something you can do, but sign up is not something you can do. Sign up is a thing. Same with login. Same with sign in. Like you can have a login screen, but you can't ask people to log in. You can ask them to log in. It's my inner grammar nerd. Like this can be the sign up page. This can be the login page. But what you do is, all right, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. You got it. Already have an account. Text. What is this? What is this? So I get no, hover over. I don't know what this does. If I click on it. Oh, this is, I can put in some data. Input some data. So this link, I can, oh, I see. I can go back to my prime. What? That's not even a thing. Did you see that? It says primary color. But that's not really the primary color. So that's confusing. And you can make it not uppercase. I think we'll do it like that. Why didn't it change for all of them if this thing is a primary color? Oh, that's interesting. They made a mistake when they were coding it. See that? They typed it in with a capital A. That's funny. I'm gonna say forgot your password. Well, I would if the R would show up. There we go. And here we know we can't do this because it's a noun. Login, forgot your password, sign up. Sign up and log in. Sign up, log in. Sure. Okay, let's get to the fun part of that because I don't have that much time. Do this in an expeditious fashion. So we need a database. So I want to users. Users is one. I want to add a collection. The collection is going to be convo prompts. Good night, Raj. Sweet dreams. Hope to see you again next week. Thanks for dropping in. And stay safe. Okay, convo prompts. So I'll have the type text, name, prompt. Maybe we'll have different categories of prompts. Let's add another text field. This is going to be, I wish it had multi-select or select or something. It doesn't really matter. This is going to be category. Well, almost got there. Category. Okay. And then how else might people want to pick? Prompt, category. I think that's all you need. Zero records. I want to view and edit the records. So let's start adding a convo prompt. What was your favorite? So I'm going to be leveraging like some nostalgia, some just fun questions. What was your favorite, maybe vacation as a child? Category, I'll call this nostalgia. Save. What do these do? I don't know what this does, so I'm going to try to click on it. This is for importing. Okay, interesting. This for exporting. I wish I could just put this in a Google Doc. But you can import. So we have prompt, category. I think if we just do prompt and category, we can actually do this in another screen. So let's save the prompts for now, and let's start putting in some blocks. So on the home screen, I want to add component. Let's just do, we need some sort of control for the category. Do any of the lists have something sorted? Form and field. A button. Navigation. Maybe we just have navigation through categories. Let's try that. Where did it go? Oh man. Navigation. It's this external monitor thing. This is not working. Did you see that? It just disappeared. Watch. I'll go to my local monitor and I'll do it. Wait. I think I'll do it. Nope. Oh, I see it. It added to it. I don't know if maybe I just missed something. So it looks like maybe I was just too zoomed in. It actually added to the bottom. So maybe I can keep going. Great. And these will be the categories. So if we click on this thing and we imagine this will be, I think we have no, let's do nostalgia, or let's do popular, or maybe new. What's new is not going to show up. Okay. New. And then the second tab we'll also get rid of the icon. This will be nostalgia. And then the third tab will be I think there could be a prompt to around like future or dreams and goals, maybe goals. And then fourth tab, favorites. And I don't know. know, maybe we don't need a fifth tab. Let's just start with this. So we're gonna have these different pages. So this tab is really called, this will just be new prompts. How do I change the title? Title. New prompts. Prompts. Okay. And then, oh, it looks so weird. What happened? Why did it get all big and weird? Anyways. Alright. Now let's add a list. So I think this can just be a simple list. And it's going to be a list of convo prompts. It's going to be filtered, right? I don't know why, how come we can't filter those? Go back to the database. Category. So why isn't category, why can't I sort by this? Let's add one more. Where did you grow up? This one will also be nostalgia. Maybe I'll make another type of category. So let's add, what were the other things I said? Shoot, I think one was favorites, right? Favorites. What's your favorite breakfast food? Okay, now that we've got some different categories, now will it let me search by the categories? No. Wait. No. Alright, this isn't letting me do... I thought I could do... So we can sort A to Z, but we can't filter. Okay, can we allow users to sort? For some reason, when I did this for that other kind of app thing like months ago. I thought there was a lot more functionality that I could do. I'm just finding it kind of annoying. Well, let's see. Forms and fields. What have we got options here? So we got a form, we've got text input, we've got drop down menu. That's maybe promising. Menu options, convo prompts, filter. Just keeps saying all, right? What's the point? Maybe add another filter, select column. Ah, look at this. I'm trying, I see. I just need to go deeper. A custom filter. Okay, so I don't really understand this. Is empty category is equal to, sure, I think this is right. Okay, how do I preview this thing? Oh shoot, I have the login screen. No, I don't. Select. There are literally no options. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you, Peleg. I think like the dream or the vision of this is like super amazing, but the execution like has a lot of just like really rough parts, right? It's like it's It's not intuitive. It's like, that's why I also feel like there's such opportunity. I feel like as UX and product designers, like who experience like using these no code tools, we could totally come up with way better ideas for no code tools. So I feel like now is a fantastic time to be playing around with these and start finding some developer friends or start learning some developer skills so we can build, you know, the tools that work the way we want and deliver and do what we want them to do. All right, so I think I can go back here. This is a list, add another filter. Here we go. So this one I can say category is equal to, can I type in here? Oh, nice. I can type. Great. So now let's see. If I preview this. Nice, so I pick favorite, so it only shows the one. So I don't need the select menu. Already, I feel like, wow, dang, that's cool. Like, you know, I'm making this app. I want to delete this thing. New. So this is new prompt, so I don't actually have a thing that says new. So this actually should be like, should be created date maybe? Created date is after, I wonder if I can put today or yesterday, or what can I put? Can I put yesterday? Now what does it show if I do preview? It should show all of them, yeah? It shows none of them. Okay, so that doesn't work. There's no like help about like what kind of stuff are you supposed to put in here? Current time, start of today. It doesn't give you options though. Here we go. So this works. Yeah, let's say we add them weekly. So if it's created after 1 week ago, boom, now I should see all of them, right? Yep, there we go. Cool. So already you can see where I'm going with this, right? The app is going to have a list of these prompts. You can change between a few different categories and that's it. It's going to be like a really simple app. Maybe it can track which prompts you've used before, right? How does this become app-like? You can add your own prompt. I think that's good. How can we have it be added to the community? How do we get people to add prompt to this? All right, I have to think more about this. Unfortunately, I'm out of time. I really gotta get off before 7:30 today. So appreciate everyone joining in and saying hey. It's great seeing Ralph and Christy and Peleg and Raj is tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you discovered something new. Pass the time a little bit in our social isolation or sheltering at home. I'll keep noodling on this. When's the deadline for the contest? I should check that. What? Oh, these are for other things. When is this one due? This one was just announced. 16 days left. We've got time. Great. Noodle on this. I invite other people to come in and kick the tires on it all. Maybe you'll have some tips for me next time, or we can swap tips on how to get something done. And let's pick this up again next week. So until then, be safe and happy designing. Bye now.